Hello, welcome to this update for the U.S and Canada. So let's see what's happening. So with this cold coming and more stuff for the fires and everything. So right now there's not anything big happening just in terms of temperatures in the north and the fires on the west, because you can see there on the west some drier air aloft there, and the trough is diving down. Will bring some more stronger Santana winds that will make those critical fire conditions again there. And you can see as well some moisture down in Mexico that might bring rain to Florida later this week. So let's see here what's happening. So this is the smoke density from the HER. Does show still some smoke there from the fires, especially one further south, but then it goes. But the air quality has generally improved a little bit from yesterday, because the Palisades fire, there was way more smoke yesterday, but still be careful that smoke left there, and the air quality. So now for today, day one, it's already the middle of the day, but it's actually extremely critical today. Let's see if it loads here. So wait, so let's just see here. Extremely critical fire weather area for partial of western LA basin and traverse ranges. Critical fire weather for much of Southern California. So please be careful those areas. And I don't know why it's not loading here, but here. So this is day 2 for Tuesday, and it's still extreme there. Those areas of Southern California and critical, much of those areas. So critical fire weather area for parts of the Ventura Valley and the San Bernardino Mountains in Southern California. Critical fire weather area for parts of Southern California for tomorrow, Tuesday, and day 1 is not loading. But please be careful today in those areas I mentioned there, and tomorrow too. It's still an extreme fire danger, an extreme situation. So please be careful. Let's just see here. Upper region will begin to impinge on the west coast, as positive to the mid-level trough meanders over the southern Rockies tomorrow, Tuesday. Guidance consensus shows deep layer of shore flow, Southern California coastline, driven by a strong surface pressure gradient, north shore flow overspread by northeasterly 500 millibar wind maximum. The deep layer of shore flow will support wide with 24 mile per hour sustained winds with higher gusts through at least Tuesday morning into early Tuesday afternoon, when relative humidity will dip down to 10-15%, similar to day 1 today. And the best chance for extremely critical fire weather conditions for Tuesday will be over the Ventura Valley across San Bernardino Mountains. Here, high resolution guidance is in agreement for the greatest in showing particularly dangerous wildfire spread conditions lasting for several hours. So please stay safe there, and be careful today as well. So please be careful. Now day 3 is still critical, not extreme but critical. So shows day 3 and day 4 there. So please still be careful for Wednesday in those areas, and even Thursday, because it shows day 4 there. So please stay safe. Now for the storms, just an area of possible thunderstorms near western Florida, but nothing severe, nothing crazy. So please stay safe. That fire danger, and now here shows those areas, the red flag warnings down in Southern California, the wind warnings, and if you check there, it's a PDS red flag warning, particularly dangerous situation. So we had this now, and before the fires, and I think a couple times in December or November, but the last time was in 2020 before last November. So this is like a rare occasion. So let's see. So extreme risk, take immediate action, 3 particularly dangerous areas. So the western Santa Monica's, those areas there, and in the north near the 1-5 corridors. So please stay safe. So 2 days are right there, but it shows especially Tuesday until Wednesday. So stay safe and do not do anything that could spark a fire. Have multiple ways to receive evacuation information. So please stay safe. Here's some information about evacuating in Spanish too, and smoke safety. So please stay safe. If you click on the individual warnings here, you can see the high wind warning, gale warning, and wind advice, and there's a bunch of information here. So stay safe, please. So winter storm warnings in the Republic of Michigan, winter weather advisories for season there now, and cold weather advisories too. So stay safe there. And now shows here in the north that snow possible there in the Great Lakes into Canada. Sunspots of heavy snow near New York, Pennsylvania, the Great Lakes, and northernmost Michigan, and some areas of possible snow in the Rockies in Colorado, New Mexico, and also a small area in Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, and more into Montana, Wyoming, and Idaho, and yeah, and even South and North Dakota. So be careful. Some rain in the south. Day 2 shows more snow, some spots in the northeast, Great Lakes, and also still in the Dakotas or in the Rockies, and a critical fire in black. And even a shower too in southern Texas. Day 3 shows more, some mixed precipitation in the west, right? The northwest, but shows more snow, some spots in the northeast, and some rain there near the Gulf. So beware. Excess rainfall, nothing today. Day 2 still nothing. Day 3, day 4, day 5 still nothing. But winter weather, that's not the Great Lakes, mainly Sun Lake effect there. But there's a system of snow there too. And day 2 still, especially New York, Pennsylvania, and to Ohio as well. Day 3 shows still some in Canada, some spots, but nothing crazy. Day 4 maybe shows a snowflake or two in the northwest or New York, and we'll just type in here. Day 5 shows some more deeper into the Rockies possibly. Day 6 still in the Rockies, some spots in the northeast. Day 7, so yeah, beware, but this will still change there. Now precipitation, day 1 through 2 shows more northern Florida, the southeast, maybe some in the north as well, but that's mainly snow, and some rain showing a little bit central US, but most in the Rockies is mainly snow. Day 1 through 3 increases a little bit in the south, but nothing crazy, especially in Texas on day 3. Day 3 through 5 already shows more there in the south on day 4 and day 5, especially the mid-south, so beware. Day 3, day 5, so yeah, and day 1 through 7 shows more in the south still, more rain, so be aware. Now day 3 through 7 still shows here like some hazardous cold to the north, even the south and the east, some hazardous cold in those areas of heavy snow, the lake effect, so be aware, and some high winds there in the southwest because the fire, so be careful, and some heavy precipitation in Alaska. Now day 8 through 14 still shows a bunch of stuff, especially as some slight risk of high winds, much below normal temperatures, and as some other risk heavy precipitation, high winds, and that purple below is slight risk of heavy snow. It's hard to see with all those other things on top, but yeah, it's the heavy precipitation. So yeah, stay safe now. Day 8 through 14. that's precipitation. So wind hazards. Let's see if load. So the wind hazards, the slight risk of high winds, but especially temperature hazards shows here the slight risk of much below normal temperatures, and snow hazards here. You can see the slight risk of heavy snow for those areas because of the future systems. So be aware those areas. Now for here. So now for the temperatures, short range and everything. They will check the Arctic blast and everything. But let's see now this week, because we have now the system in Canada, some snow there, and goes and leaves the lake effect there too, and also showing the 15th the Appalachians, some snow and more rounds of snow, especially in Canada later. But on the 18th, showing some more snow in the northeast, the GFS, and the rain in the south there. Some storms, whether that goes, it shows more on the 20th, the northeast, but now the GFS getting this is in the south again, some mixed precipitation, and all the way to the east because of that cold air. The Europeans doing some weird stuff too. Shows like the season out the Great Lakes, the lake effect there. So it goes some more rounds of snow the 17th, the northeast, and shows like the Rockies more on the 18th as well. Goes there, and the season the southeast, more rain on the 18th. It goes like on the 27th, shows this is more in the south there. But the 12th from yesterday had some more interesting stuff. So the 13th, the 17th. So it showed there the 12th from yesterday, this massive system in the southeast. Just take a look at how much ice and snow it showed in the southeast yesterday. So I went there. So this would be very crazy, but the European from this morning is more optimistic now. But we'll keep monitoring. There's the Canadian model, shows like the snow there in those areas. On the 17th, another snow event crisscrossing southern Canada into the Great Lakes, shows the heavy rain near the southeast on the 18th, more rain there. Then it shows that the system more ice and sleet on the 21st and 20th in the south, and some snow too. On the 22nd shows snow on the northeast as well. So the Canadian is also this idea, another system on the south there, more winter precipitation around the 20th to the 24th. But we'll keep monitoring. There's the icon too. I don't think it goes out that far, but it shows the lake effect there now. Goes not around the snow on the 16th, the northeast. The rain system on the 18th, and some snow the northeast from that, and the Rockies starts on the 17th, shows more snow there in the Rockies. It dives down all the way to the southern Rockies on the 20th, and the icons also in Texas and some on the south as well on the 21st. So be aware those areas now for the cold wave. Shows here like, let's just see North America in general. So now shows the first cold wave already down in the U.S. already, and the the below normal temperatures there, the northern U.S., southern Canada. So this is now those cold temperatures there, and shows some above average there in Canada, in the north. So it goes and like shows that above average on the 15th, not all the way down to the northern US. But on the 18th, late on the 17th, shows already that cold air in Canada goes and expands down. This will be on the 19th, shows much below normal temperatures, much of central Canada and the US, especially some spots of the northern US. This will be most likely because of the polar vortex that's weaken weaker and might send these Arctic blasts down south. So we'll keep monitoring this, but this has a good probability that it will happen because most models are agreeing pretty well. But let's see the GFS shows there now those below average temperatures near the central northern US and also the west in some spots there now, especially in the north and southern Canada. So it goes and shows those above average temperatures for a moment there. And then on the 19th shows that crazy cold blast there, the Arctic blast, and more like in the north, especially the north to Montana, North Dakota shows the strongest, and through Canada, of course, much of central, some spots of western Canada. This will provide some very cold temperatures, so please be careful. The GFS strengthens this up more around the 20th, shows a massive cold blast there. If this happens, it could bring some historic temperatures, but I don't think it will be this strong because it exaggerates sometimes. So it might go more the way of the European. So it goes there, and next is the coast and shows a small one later through the Midwest and through Eastern Canada, and more stuff later. So now the Canadian model shows some cold air already there now. It goes and like dives down south, those be up some above average temperatures. It shows that cold blast on the 18th already. Shows some very much below average on the 18th. And it goes there, and this will be on the 19th. Shows this enormous cold blast there. This will have some historic temperatures. You see those very bright colors there, and this is the Canadians. The Canadian can exaggerate, sometimes shows these crazy things on the model, like the GFS, but two models are already showing it very strong, so there's a possibility it could be like this. But later the Canadian still at 22nd shows a very big pool of cold air, so please be aware. The icon doesn't have that, but does show there like in the Arctic, in those areas, those low pressures, and the polar vortex kind of tilted, so not tilted, weaker, so be aware. Now for some some temperatures now. This is the name for now, like Monday the 13th into Tuesday. Shows tomorrow morning, Tuesday, those very cold temperatures like North Dakota, those areas. Tuesday to Wednesday warms up a little bit in the afternoon, but still cold there. But tonight might be the coldest night of the next few nights until we get the crazy one the next weekend. So shows here the maximum temperatures. Day 1 the 13th now. Alright, like -5, some zeros, some -1, the north, some 20s there too, some 30s and 20s, some things in the Rockies, the very high elevation, so be careful, some 30s, the northeast too. For tonight to Wednesday morning, so shows all the way to -19 North Dakota there, so please be careful, some -14, some -15, so stay safe. Now have closer look, does show there's some -21, some -17, and some even lighter spots could be close to -22. So please be careful. The wind chills with that will probably be close to -25, -26 or something. So please stay warm and stay safe. Some -2 all the way down to Iowa, some -16 to -18 Minnesota, some -12. So please be careful, some 0 to like -5 in the Rockies. So stay safe there. Now shows all the way to -17 in the spot in central Colorado, the highest peak. So stay safe there. Now just the whole area shows some 20s all the way down to Texas, some 30s in Louisiana too, in Georgia, some 20s northern Georgia. So please stay safe. Wait, here. So be careful. Still shows some for day 2 during the day on Tuesday. Shows still some maximum temperatures near 1 degree, 3 degrees in the north, some teens, 20s, the northeast and midwest. Some teens and 20s the Rockies as well, some 50s in the south, close to 60s or 70s southern Florida. So be aware. Now the night from Tuesday night to Wednesday morning does show still the Rockies very cold, close to minus 17 again. Those peaks not there like -1 to -3. And it's very cold. The Rockies in Utah, especially Wyoming and southeastern Idaho. So be careful. Some single digits those mountains there. Some things in 20s, and some 20s all the way down to western Texas. Some things in the northeast as well. So stay safe. Day 3 for Wednesday afternoon does show some things in 20s the northeast and more cold in the mountains there. So be aware. Now for Wednesday night to Thursday morning still shows some 30s all the way down to northern Florida, some single digits, some spots the Midwest, and also in the Northeast colder, and some 20s still in the plains, many areas, some 30s, the Mid-South, some spots, some 40s, and also some teens and single digits in the Rockies, and some 20s, some spots, so stay safe. Now day 4 does show Thursday during the day more in the northeast, some 20s and things, especially 20s, and some 30s in some spots to the north, and some 20s, 30s in the Rockies, and some very high elevations could be even colder, some 70s southern Arizona and southern Florida, and now for Thursday night to Friday morning, does show still some things and 20s in the Rockies, especially some single digits, some negative digits in some parts of Colorado, those central mountains. So stay safe. Some things in the northeast as well, some 20s down to North Carolina, some 30s down to Florida, and more 20s things in the northwest there, and some 30s too. So now for Friday during the day, does show some 60s in the south, some 70s in southern Florida, and some 30s in the northeast and the north, and some 20s in the north, some things in the mountains there, especially Wyoming and Montana. Now for Friday night to Saturday morning, the cold starts coming down, shows some 30s all the way to Texas, some -6, some 0 degrees right there in Montana, North Dakota, some -3, and already again crazier in Wyoming, some -1, and some other spots show in a minute. But northern Utah, central Utah, into Nevada, some single digits, some things, Washington, Oregon, those areas there. So be aware. Now for some spots, the Rockies show like some -9, some spots Wyoming, some -6, some -8. So stay safe, and also in Idaho. So be aware. Now for wait. Day 6 maximum temperatures for Saturday during the day. Show still some 30s down to Texas during the day on Saturday, some 70s southern Florida and southern Texas. But in the north, still some 2 degrees, 10 degrees, and the Rocky especially very cold there. Some 20s, things the northern plains even during the day. Now for Saturday night to Sunday morning, goes down to -20 there in North Dakota. It might be close to even like -22 or something. Shows some 20s down to Central Texas, and this is next Sunday morning. Uh, I think it's the 19th, yeah, the 19th, the start of the cold blast. So some -13, some -10, Wyoming, Montana, some -14, some -10 as well. So stay safe, some -8, some -11, some -18. So be careful, and some single digits, some mountains in the west as well, and some teens and 20s, not areas. So stay safe now. Sunday during the day still -9 during the day on Sunday in the north, and some Thursday down to Oklahoma, some even to 80s southern Florida, and shows some 20s teens there in the northeast as well. So yeah, you get the idea. Stay safe there. That's just a forecast. You probably change too, but be aware. Now snowfall the next 48 hours from the National Weather Service. They do have some there. The Rockies next 48 hours. Some there like North South Dakota too. A tiny hint in Illinois, but especially in New York and Pennsylvania. Some spots there in New York close to 24 inches. Some spots near the lakes there. So please stay safe. Northern Michigan as well. Central Michigan. So be careful. Some snow squalls. And yeah, now the ice. I don't think there's anything. But let's see. Not really, but you never know. Be aware. Now the winds is kind of breezier. Some spots the Appalachians, the Northeast, shows some winds near Montana, Wyoming too, especially in the mountains. So be aware, but nothing crazy. But in Southern California still shows the Mexicas today close to 57, to like those darker yellows close to brown are even like to 65 mile per hour gusts. So they do have you close to 70 mile per hour gusts in a spot or two, some spots to 50, 60 further south. So stay safe in those areas, a little bit breezier. The Sierra Nevada too, but please be careful, those winds in the fire danger. So now uh, be aware. So some, let's see if it loads here, the 0C European. So these are the true mirror temperatures, probabilities from this cold blast coming. This information will still change. This is just one model, but let's see, this is the European model. So the 18th already shows very cold there in Canada, those temperatures coming down. And on the 19th, the European area has like some -12 in the north. The Rockies, the Colorado, close to -16 or something. So the 19th, this cold comes down further. And it does have like -26 in Wyoming on the morning of the 20th, some -23 in the north, some -20 in Minnesota, and very cold in Montana too. This goes, the 21st shows further east, but still some -20s northern Minnesota, those areas, and it's showing like it's very cold, like some -17 between New York, Pennsylvania on the 22nd, some -13 Pennsylvania, in Ohio, those areas there. So be aware, there's that potential to, especially after the north, the Midwest, some cold temperatures are around the 27th. So be aware. Let's see if the GFS has something interesting. So let's see. So this is the 14th, goes there still pretty cold. The 16th shows coming down on the 18th. The morning or the night of the 19th, right, shows some more less than -13 the north, some the Rockies too close like -14, and later the night some -22 in the north. The morning of the 20th shows all the way to -25 Fahrenheit, North Dakota and Montana, the border of Montana too. So it goes, the GFS like -30 degrees Fahrenheit in the north on the 21st. So the GFS a little bit more aggressive, like -35. These are just the temperatures. Imagine the wind chills if that happens. So please be aware in those areas of that the possibility. And now for the European again, let's see if this wind chills shows something interesting here. So now shows there. This goes, that's the 18th. It has like some minus 32 wind chills in the morning of the 19th. North Dakota shows all the way to minus 35 in the middle of the night in the morning, and close to minus 36 in the border of Canada. So please be aware, this is on the morning, the night of the 19th in the morning, shows it goes there. Now on the morning of the 20th, the European is like minus 46 wind chills Fahrenheit in North Dakota. This goes still has like in the Midwest some minus 20 wind chills, some minus 18 the 22nd. So please be mindful that it might not be that strong, that cold, because there's still a week for the models to update, but that's a true possibility. So please uh, be aware of that possibility. And yeah, so please be careful. So here, this is the North Atlantic Oscillation. It's negative now, shows it going positive very quickly, but the further outlook around next weekend shows it could go negative again, and this would allow more cold air and some winter systems to cross the U.S. Let's see if I can find it here. So this is the North Atlantic Oscillation, shows it going negative there. So it's negative now, go positive, and shows around the 17th or something going negative again. So this would allow the possibility for that cold and more winter weather. And now this the Western Pacific Isolation also shows going negative around that time frame, and this the East Pacific Isolation shows also negative, and it goes down some very negative values, the Eastern Pacific Isolation, and this one plus the Western Pacific one will make the possibility for very cold air to come in. So we are not let the cold air, but this indicates that it will be colder. So be aware those areas. Now let's see here. So stay safe. Now for some accumulations and stuff, and then we'll check Canada. So hold on there. Let's just see some quick accumulation. So just next 5 days until the 18th, and the European does have more there. So in inches here, so more in New York, some areas there close to 11 inches. The actual forecast from the officials had like 24 inches, and I think that's more accurate, because sometimes these global models show less, but let's just see to some 8 inches. This shows there near New York, Pennsylvania, shows some snow West Virginia too, some more in Colorado, some 2 inches. This in Colorado is made on the 17th and the 18th, because before that it barely shows anything, but shows more Wyoming, Montana, just until the 15th, barely shows anything there, just a little South Dakota, but until the 18th already shows a lot more there, Idaho, some other spots. So stay safe, and now this will still change, but just for curiosity, until the 26th, the European has some more, the Midwest, the Northeast. The European doesn't have any bigger systems. The South, like you had yesterday, it does have some more on the West. This 13 days out, this will change every single day, so you can't trust that much. But now the GFS has some snow on the East Coast as well, until the 26th, and some in the South. So it's kind of a different situation, but that's too far as well. So just in the short term, the GFS does have like some 9 inches there, 9.5 the Great Lakes, so there could be more, and the Rockies around the 16th to the 18th. So be aware. Now the icon 2 shows more there. Now the icon's a little bit more on 2, it show like 15 inches, 14 inches, some more throughout the northeast, especially the interior of the northeast, some of the Appalachians and the west, those areas, extreme northern Utah, a little bit in central Utah too, but mainly the north, central Colorado on the 17th, the 18th shows more Wyoming, Montana. So be aware, and this information will still change a lot. Now for Canada, let's first see the potential system. So show system there, like in Ontario and Quebec now, some snow the 13th today goes there, and then shows like it's spreading out a little bit into Atlantic Canada, but more later on the west there. So shows us the system in Alaska now, and this will spread more into British Columbia and Yukon. Already tomorrow, the 14th, some more snow southern Yukon, spots of British Columbia, some small spots of freezing rain as well. Then this goes also into the Northwestern Territories and Alberta, goes like the 15th. On the 15th shows this becoming a bigger snow event for Manitoba, some spots of Nunavut, Northwestern Territories, not big, but some more snow, and still some left in British Columbia and northern Northwestern Territories. And Nunavut still shows some around Yukon. So this goes, shows another Pacific cycle, Alaska, British Columbia. On the 15th, the European does some freezing rain, some spots central British Columbia, and some heavier snow there. Does have on the 15th, does the other system array in Ontario, in Manitoba. It goes through Ontario there, and also the northern U.S. on the 16th. That then shows some lingering snow in Nunavut and the north there, and another bigger snow system for British Columbia and Alberta on the 16th. So this goes and like shows more snow crisscrossing from British Columbia to Ontario on the 17th, possibly, because this forecast changes every single day, but does show some more snow on the 17th throughout central Canada into Quebec and Ontario once again around the 18th. So this goes down the 18th. This the late on the 18th, you see these wind arrows here, the cold air rushing down right from the Arctic, and some snow drizzles there, and shows there like still some snow linger many areas of eastern Canada on the 18th and the Great Lakes. So this goes still the 19th, shows some more across eastern Canada, Newfoundland and Labrador, some rain. The 21st, more on the east, and it does show more on the west. The 20th, British Columbia, into Northwestern Territories, Yukon, and then it crisscrosses there. But that's kind of too far, so we don't know much about that yet. But be aware, the GFS too shows the season there in Alaska now. British Columbia shows more rain and snow. It goes some spots of freezing rain as well, so it goes there. I hope this is the GFS because it looks like the European, but I hope so. Let's see, it goes there. It shows the snow on the 15th, already setting up near Manitoba, northern Saskatchewan, some northwestern territories, and the leftover snow in Yukon. So it goes there, shows the bigger system in British Columbia on the 16th, and southern Alaska. So really be careful there. Some heavier precipitation and wind. The 16th it goes there through Ontario into Quebec, and maybe even some snow drizzles into Atlantic Canada on the 18th. But by that time, already shows those other systems gathering from British Columbia to Alberta on the 17th, Manitoba, and all the way to Ontario again on the 18th. So it shows similar thing as well. The icon shows the system there now in southeastern Canada, the snow, the stuff on the west there, and eventually to central Canada as well. So be aware, these models are good agreement. So let's see here the snow accumulations starting with the icon. So until the 15th already shows that snow there, like in Quebec, Ontario, especially the lake effect there, close to 12 centimeters or even more. Some in Ontario. This till the 15th already shows some Manitoba, Northwestern Territories, Saskatchewan, so beware. But just until the 15th, I show like some 63, British Columbia, some 75, 51. So stay safe. The heavier snow, those areas. So it goes some on the mountains of eastern British Columbia too, central British Columbia. Yukon shows some 24 centimeters, some 22, 11. So stay safe. And now until the 18th, does show the system British Columbia crisscrossing all the way to Ontario. Somewhere some 18 centimeters in Ontario. Next 5 days, some spots in Quebec to like 29 centimeter shows. Some spots in northern Newfoundland, but Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, but nothing that crazy. But on the west, does increase some more, so like 117 centimeters. So stay safe. Those areas between Yukon, Northwest Territories shows some more as well. So stay safe. And more there, cause like Nunavut, some northern Nunavut, Northwestern Territories. So stay safe. Now the European has a similar thing, shows a little bit more, like 22 centimeters Saskatchewan from the system crisscrossing there. Was like on the 17th, and shows more like in Manitoba, some 5, 7, 9 centimeters, and it could be more locally because these aren't high resolution models. Then shows like some 70 centimeters Ontario, some spots of Quebec next 5 days. So be aware. British Columbia, the Europeans like 126 from those systems, 114. So please stay safe there. More northern British Columbia, southern Yukon, close to northwestern territories, like eastern northwestern territories, and to Nunavut shows some as well. So stay safe. The GFS does have this system crisscrossing too, shows the snow from British Columbia all the way down to Ontario, more accumulations there, others like 19 centimeters, some spots has to like some 21 or even more, and British Columbia does have like some 123 into Alaska, even more, and shows more than like 101, so 95 centimeters. So stay safe. Shows more in southern British Columbia, some scarce snow too. And there's show like 1.1 centimeters in Vancouver, but it's kind of shielded there. So shows more in Alberta. They are in fair agreement. It shows this weird Arctic system like crisscrossing there to northern Nunavut. So stay safe. Now for in Alaska, does show those systems there in the south. Close to 35 inches, some mountains there, even like to 54 inches, some spots in southwestern Alaska because of those systems. Now the European shows dead snow in western Alaska, especially. Now there is some spots central Alaska. Be careful, the snowfall, some lower visibility, especially in the south in those mountains, and some cold as well, some 54 inches, shows some 37 inches there. In Anchorage shows 2 inches, and some more the Aleutian Islands to southwestern Alaska. So stay safe. The Europeans like 52 inches, those mountains southern Alaska, so 48 inches, 44, some 19 inches possibly. So stay safe. Some others to 31 inches, 14 inches, and more those mountains there. So stay safe there. The icon is a little bit less in some spots, but close like some 41 inches, some spots in the south too, and more through south central Alaska, southwestern Alaska. The icon is more like some spots western Alaska. So stay safe. Now for like some wind those systems. So right now, Monday the 13th, that shows some high gusts across some spots of Yukon into Alaska, northern British Columbia. The Europeans like all the way to 98 km per August, those mountains, some 102, some spots higher to British Columbia as well. Yukon shows more than like some 88 centimeters, some 83, some 68. So stay safe. Those gusts, nothing that crazy, but be careful. Especially there's snow as well. sunspots might make some low visibilities. Does show here like sunspots of Alaska close to some 67 mile per gust to 74, shows more like central southern Alaska, some 69 mile per gust, some 72, and some more of those mountains of the south too, so stay safe those areas. This goes shows potential haggas tomorrow Tuesday, north central Alaska, especially like northwestern Alaska, possibly. So be aware. Shows like to north, central, northeastern British Columbia, to eastern British Columbia, some haggas, some mountains are at too, especially on the coast. There's southern British Columbia and Alaska. So be aware. The 14th this goes there shows increasing across British Columbia to 105, some 90 km per gust. These are just the gusts, and then it shows some 83, some 52, and this it might not happen exactly like this as well. This is not a high resolution model, and it always changes, so just be aware of that. In Alberta shows some August 2 goes, shows a little bit breezy throughout Saskatchewan. On the 15th in July, like Manitoba, a little bit breezier, but nothing crazy. A little bit stronger to north and northwestern territory shows on the 15th. This goes there, shows another system to British Columbia and in Alaska, Saharas to southern Alaska, British Columbia, the 16th. And then we have that heavier snow, some more spots southern British Columbia, the mountains. So stay safe. Now this goes on the 16th, shows already some other mountains south central British Columbia, some 83, 78 km per gust. So be aware. In southern Alberta, some 83 km per gust to 89 shows, so be aware. Those mountains southern Alberta. Into northern Montana, some 56 mile per gust, some 53, and more than those mountains. So this goes there, and the European on the night of the 16th has all the way to like 70 mile per gust northern Montana, some spots 70, 65, some 69, some more spots central northern Montana, even to Washington, a little bit it goes there. So stay safe. This is just a possibility, it might not happen exactly like this, but be aware. To southern Alberta, some 89 km per gust, some 81, some 77, 78, more to central Alberta, some spots there possibly. So stay safe those areas. It goes still shows some gusts in central southern Manitoba and Alberta, Saskatchewan the 17th. This goes there, shows on the 17th breezer from much of central to northern Canada, and those spots there, Ontario too, and the northern US, a little bit breezy as well. So shows like here, the Great Lakes, some spots northern Michigan, the 17th, close to 43 mile per gust, some other spots there, to Minnesota, but especially the southern Rockies, shows in Texas, close to 50 mile per gust, some 52, more there, New Mexico, some 56 mile per gust, the mountains. So this is a possibility, but there's always changes too. The GFS is also this corridor of higher gusts, possibly late on the 17th. So it goes and like still shows breezier some occasion higher gusts the northern plains on the 18th, and more there. Some spots of Atlantic Canada breezier too. Goes and like still shows some stuff in New Mexico on the 19th, and some crazy Gulf stuff later. Those cold fronts, but that's kind of too far. So stay safe in those areas. The European still has today those Argus in California, and this goes there. Wednesday, tomorrow, summer spots Southern California, but for this I chose more the her here. So it shows now. There were those Argus today. It goes, but tomorrow afternoon, the 14th, and even tomorrow morning, some 52 km per gust, some 54, occasionally to 58. Some other mountains there to like some 51 more spots there. So this goes, and later that tomorrow afternoon, so some 59, 50, 55 km per gus. So stay safe. That fire danger goes, and yeah, and still shows early on the 15th close to 62 mile per gus. Depending on the condition, this might update and show even stronger. But yeah, you never know, so stay safe. The Sierra Nevada gust here too. So yeah, be aware. Those areas now for the, the potential temperatures in Canada there. Now, and for the Arctic blast, so still shows today, Monday the 13th, close to minus 26, some spots Manitoba, in Saskatchewan, British Columbia, spots still some negative temperatures, Yukon, those areas some minus 13, some spots in Nunavut, some minus 28, shows up on the east still those negative temperatures, minus 18, minus 13, Newfoundland and Labrador, so be aware, this goes there, shows that massive cold air now, the 14th, so minus 26 still, especially in the mornings and night of the 14th, so minus 26. Be careful the wind chills. This goes there, and still shows cold on the 16th in Quebec and into Labrador. So beware, and shows there the Arctic air array building northern Nunavut into northwestern territory, so minus 20, especially in Yukon and Alaska, so minus 26 to minus 32, and northwestern territories goes there, and it shows the Arctic blast building the 17th. The north there's some minus 30, northwestern territories, northern Nunavut, some minus 33, some spots in Yukon to minus 36 degrees Celsius, so be careful. Still in Saskatchewan, Alberta, some minus 12, some minus 13, some minus 20, but it goes there. And this is the morning of the 18th, shows some minus 37, some spots in northern Nunavut, some minus 32, Yukon, northwestern territory, still in Alaska, those way negative temperatures, show to like some minus 27, some minus 28, northern Manitoba, right? This goes like on Saturday night, the 18th, already shows like some minus 37, Nunavut, some minus 30, especially in the south, start showing those minus 26, Saskatchewan, some minus 27, and as the cold air comes south, some minus 33. It shows a break some spots of Ontario, still like 1 degree, 2 degrees, 3 degrees, some spots there, and this cold air advancing there. So it goes like the morning of the 19th shows much of Saskatchewan over very cold temperatures, so minus 32 to minus 28 in the south. It's the same thing in Manitoba, British Columbia, some spots to minus 39 degrees Celsius, so minus 31, so minus 30, so close to minus 38. So please stay safe. This goes, and the morning of the 20th comes further south and east into Ontario, so minus 35 already, so minus 34 to western Quebec and northern Quebec too. So please stay safe, especially those areas, the prairies and the plains. It goes to minus 38 in Nunavut, so it goes there, and like shows the 21st still very frigid in much of Ontario to Quebec. Southern Ontario escapes a little bit, but still some minus 19, some minus 27 further north. So yeah. And then Nunavut, that's a minus 37. This goes like one night on the morning of the 21st, so minus 34, even to southernmost Ontario, so minus 37, so minus 32, so please stay safe. This goes there still, further east into Quebec and Labrador, the 23rd, and some more cold there later. So please stay safe there. Now, let's see if I can find those wind chills in Celsius here, but not sure. I will, so continent, North America. So let's see. Not sure. So here, the GFS doesn't even have those wind chills. So the European sometimes it shows, sometimes it doesn't. So here, I don't know why it's not showing, but just the the 2 meter temperature, so shows there. So yeah, Celsius now, good. So North America, but here, so let's see if it loads. So shows there now. This is still the 16th. Those cold temperatures, mainly northern Canada, but the 18th starts diving down there. Shows the 19th. This basically what I showed you, the 2 meter temperature. But I don't think they have wind chills in Celsius. But you get the idea. If you're going national here, it does show the wind chill in Fahrenheit. So let's just see to give an idea. But goes there, the 17th, the 18th, there, they're still on the 20th. Shows all the way to minus 48 in Ontario, the wind chill. This is in Fahrenheit. I think it's the same thing in Celsius, but not entirely sure. Sunspot says like minus 56, wind chills minus 62 on the 21st in Fahrenheit. I'll check later if it's in Celsius, but that in Celsius extremely cold as well. So please stay safe. And even like some minus 43, some minus 38, the 20th. And the further north you go, it doesn't cover here, Nunavut, but you'll be even worse there. So please stay safe from this Arctic blast coming and everything else. And just to show the humidity here very quick, Los Angeles is still very low in those areas. Like they mentioned, the outlook there, the fire outlooks, so like some 11%, 10%, even down to like 9% in Los Angeles. So please stay safe those areas and stay safe.